There's still plenty of time until the next tournament comes around, which means more time for the both of us to improve. Now, come at me one more time. I keep telling you, Pichu, that move is too predictable. You won't ever make it into the upper brackets if you telegraph your attacks. Raw strength alone won't bring you to the top. Notice how all the upper tier fighters rely equally on strength and technical skill when they battle. They're the exceptions to the rule. Now, are you up for one more bout? I don't see why not. I am curious to see who's moving up to the semifinals. Did he manage to break Popo and Nana's record though? I see. Remember, Pichu, no matter the sport, continued practice will always pay off in the end. Patience is another important factor. Look at Bowser, for instance. He was in the bottom bracket for the longest time, and now look at him. Bowser! Is everything alright? Did you stay to watch the rest of the matches? Postponed? For what reason? We should probably head there too, Pichu. If Zelda of all people is concerned, then it must be serious. Zelda, what's this all about? You want us to search for him? I don't like how they're more concerned with getting back to the tournament than they are with finding one of our friends. With how poorly he reacted to his recent loss yesterday, I think it's possible Fox finally lost it internally. I think so. I felt a strange sensation just now. I think something might be wrong. Perhaps. But it was so strong. Thank you, Pichu. But I think whatever came over me has passed. Sounds splendid. Good night, Pichu. I just hope this is exhaustion. I've never felt anything like this before. Good morning, Pichu. Seeing as how I just woke up, very groggy. I do. Perhaps it was just exhaustion after all. Has the search resumed yet? Sounds like a plan, then. Excuse me. Possibly. Have you heard anything from Zelda regarding the situation with Fox? Not at all. Pichu and I searched just about everywhere. Wherever Fox is, he's hidden himself well. But something interesting did happen last night. When we reached the Fountain of Dreams, I was crippled by an overwhelming sensation. It's hard to explain, but it left as quickly as it came, and it's happened again. Marth. Roy's gone.
Zelda!
Zelda! We heard Zelda screaming and came to investigate. I know exactly what you're talking about. I've had the same feeling twice now. The second time just moments ago. As a psychic-type Pokemon, I'm more sensitive to incredible surges of energy, and I would assume that Zelda, given her knowledge of magic, is also equally sensitive. Unfortunately, I'm also unaware what's behind it all. Last night, when Pichu and I were searching for Fox, and if we experience these sensations again, then I'll look from here to Foreside. Mario! Luigi! Anyone? Mario, where are Luigi and Peach right now? No, this is far more... It's happened again. No time to explain right now. Just take everyone to the temple. Hurry! I must make haste. I wonder who it was this time. This can't be everyone. Where are Zelda and Marth? Pichu! Thank goodness you're alright. We'll explain briefly. Marth, a moment with you. Is this really everyone? No, which means we'll need to be brief, and hope none of us are taken next. I thank you all for coming on such short notice, and we apologize for not explaining sooner. But as you may notice, our numbers are much smaller than normal. That is because many of our friends have been mysteriously abducted. We don't know for certain, but we do believe that, one way or another, this string of abductions is related to the disappearance of Fox. And we're forced to relinquish our friends.
Fox?
Fox? Where have you been? Do you know what's behind all this? What? Fox, why? What have any of them, any of us, done to you? Let me guess. They are the ones who offended you the most? After going through all this, you think we'll just go along with your plan? Why should we trust that you'll free them? After all, there is no creature more deceitful than a fox. Marth, I'm going after Fox. Whatever any of you do, do not grievously harm them. You organize an entire war only to cower away at its start? You've truly fallen, Fox. Why? I don't recall ever beating you in combat. What quarrel do you have with me? Really now? Given how you lost to Bowser, the only smasher aside from Pichu that normally performs worse than me, I doubt that. Enough out of you. I intend to finish this with one final attack. No. No! Pichu. I'm sorry, Pichu. I'm so anything. Now, to end this for real, we've won. But not without a price. We stood against a terrible evil today. An evil from within our own ranks. We successfully fought it back, but not before it took the life of our youngest smasher. Pichu was... He was a great friend. A constant beacon of happiness. Even when things seemed hopeless. Practically nothing could keep his spirits down. And I'll deeply miss him. We all will. I'm doing the best I can right now. I only wish I knew. But I'll say this. There comes a time in all our lives when we must question our actions. Some will take responsibility and face the consequences, be they good or bad. Others will try and lie their way out through excuses. But some actions cannot be forgiven. And right now, no one should know this better than Fox McCloud. Because of his blind delusions of grandeur, he has caused irreversible damage. Friendships have been broken. Partnerships strained. And unfortunately, a life was lost. For his crimes, he has been sentenced to exile. Perhaps living in isolation will give Fox the time to reflect on the pain his selfishness has caused. I'm trying, Pichu. Trying with all my power. But without you, it's impossible. I'm sorry. Sorry that I continue to fail you. Pikachu. So, what brings you here? Do what exactly? It wasn't meant for him. It was meant for that traitor. I don't want to risk blooding my hands any more than I already have. Am I wrong for blaming myself? Am I wrong to assume responsibility for murdering my closest friend? For murdering your brother? So, you're the one who told him Skull Bash was easily his best move. I'm afraid I still don't understand. You would do that for me? Why? I'll think it over, Pikachu. I did. When do we start? I would like that. I can't. I just can't do it. But that was only Shadow Ball at half strength. That was, and with not a moment to spare. My next tournament match is in 2 hours. I don't plan to, Falco. Don't sell yourself short, Falco. You gave me a decent challenge. Thank you, Falco. Pikachu, I say now, if you're ever free, would you... Can't say that I've tried them. That was a fierce battle, Ganondorf. Congratulations on your victory. Let us hope so. I'm so close now, Pichu. So close to fulfilling our ultimate goal. If only you were here to enjoy it with me. Hello again, Zelda. It was this exact spot. Right here was where I lost him. I come here after every tournament to let him know that I'm improving. To let him know that I haven't forgotten him. Reaching the top was a shared goal. A path we always intended to walk together. But without him, it just isn't the same. Even with how much I've improved, I can't let go of the fact that Pichu will never have the opportunity again. I suppose you're right. He would want me to be more positive. Wait, Zelda. If you aren't busy, would you like to pray with me? I think Pichu would like that. It can only mean one thing. Some way, somehow, Fox has managed to return. Marth! We both felt the same sensation from when Fox abducted our friends. If that isn't a sign of his return, I don't— Shh! I think I sense his presence. Stay here. You never should have come back. I'm not incapable of mercy, but you aren't worthy enough to receive it. Don't insult us with your lies. Whatever excuses you've crafted, I won't hear a word of them. Go away, you two. Compose myself? You expect me to be composed when the traitor responsible for my friend's death rears his face again? Don't lecture me, Zelda. Killing him will make a difference, because not only will I regain my peace, but the world will as well. You must really want to die if you've sought me out this far. You've gotten weaker in your exile. I feel sorry for you, Fox. If only because you're a shadow of the smasher you once were. After you announced your intent to kill me, give me one good reason why I should. If this is the same lie from earlier, then. And what evidence do you have to back up this claim? Fair enough. I still find this hard to believe, but I have a way of using my psychic abilities to validate your claims. If you'll permit me to use it. Memory is a powerful tool, Fox. That's why I chose to read yours. It was the only way to prove that your explanation was genuine. But now I'm left with a question. Is this entity still with you? Then let's go. To find Zelda and Marth. I haven't forgiven you either. I'm simply trusting you to help us resolve this issue. And so should the others once I share the truth with them. If we can stop whatever this entity is plotting, perhaps then we will pardon you for your crimes. And you aren't, Marth. I still haven't forgiven him for what he's done. But he does have an explanation for all that's happened. Allow me to share what I've learned. Why is that? You'll come to regret that. I've beaten you before, and I'll continue to do so as long as you corrupt our companions. No! I can still... Thank you for your assistance, Mario. And we still have no idea how to confront it. That would certainly make things much easier. Fox! Final destination. The beginning and the end of all things. The oldest remnant of our universe's conception. I've heard of it, yes. It takes an inordinate amount of power just to reach it, let alone return from there. Since Ganondorf was responsible for bringing you there, Fox, I imagine the Triforce of Power made it easier for him to travel. Mario! Be silent, you miserable! We received a formal invitation from our friend. Zelda. Do you think you could use the Triforce of Wisdom's power to transport us there? All right then. On my mark. 1, 2, 3. Final destination. The beginning and end of not just our world, but of this threat to it as well. No! Where are they? We'll take on as many challenges as you like, so long as we work together. Why our world, though? With the powers you have, could you not easily target others? Fox! But it seems you're not without weakness either. Fox! Just watch yourself, Fox. This is for you, Pichu. Fox. You've done more than enough to earn redemption. We forgive you. That won't be necessary. Fox is no longer with us. And it can be said that he wasn't for a long time. But in his final moments, he returned to us. Everyone, this has been a very complicated matter. Far too complicated to explain in words. Thus, I'm going to use my psychic abilities to simply share my memory of these events with you all. Brace yourselves. We can never forget the horrific acts committed in Fox's name, but I ask that every one of you remember the great deed he performed for our sake. and the high price he paid for this redemption. So, Roy's gone into retirement. Yes. This has been quite an exhausting experience, and though I've gotten stronger because of it, I think I've had my fill of fighting. I'll continue to watch you all from afar, but I want you to promise me one thing. Keep striving to be the best. Accept every victory, but take every loss with stride. That's how Fox was before he fell victim to Razanak's evil, and I think he would like it if we tried to emulate that part of him. Pichu, we always strove for greatness, you and I think I've finally honored your last wishes. I kept fighting. I rarely lost faith in my abilities, and because of that, I've not only become a more powerful fighter, I finally avenged you. Fox, I'm sorry we couldn't have helped you sooner. Your story will be remembered as a tragic one of selfishness and sorrow. But you've also been avenged, to a degree. I hope that your legacy will inspire all fighters, now and in the future, to avoid succumbing to bitterness and hatred, and to work together toward reaching the same heights you once did.